And that moment is a tool that people like me, what we struggle with, can help other people understand. Hello, and welcome to this part of the pond, where it's the Bullfrog and the one, the only, Newt.
Face reveal at 100,000 subscribers.
It's a good face. We want the subscribers, but more than that, you want to see that face. It's a face so perfect, it should be marbled and say, better than Duke. I just want to talk about this so much. I am a fan of March Madness. So this year just means so much more to me. Because last year, COVID ruined my chance to see Duke as a 7 seed. So close. But, well, this year it just got better. COVID went, okay, Bullfrog, we're so sorry. We'll do something to make it up for you. What will we do? Duke will not be in. That hasn't happened since 1995. We know. Dreams do come true. Yes! Is this me bashing on you? Far from it. No. This is just acknowledging your legacy. From 96 to 2018, you were awesome. You were really great. That's decades worth. Good for you. It's just that you're not going to get it this year. Oh, okay. It's out of me. It's just... And if there's any Duke fans, it's not against you. It's just against my cousin mostly, and a certain Christian Leitner, and a certain Blue Devil. Let's talk about Raya, Raya, and the Last Dragon. I am bad at names. If you're a member of the pond, you know how bad I am. Well, anyways, we're here to talk about Raya and the Last Dragon.
My name is Raya.
And the story is pretty unique. It's when was the last time Disney did a world on its own? A very original bit. Huh. I don't know. This may be the first original Disney movie where they made their own world, which I think is very imaginative. Kumandra. Where you look on the map, it's a river when the river looks like a dragon. That's pretty neat. Its nations are fang, talon, spine, heart, and tail. And it has a very Avatar The Last Airbender type flair to it. Avatar Last Airbender. Raya and the Last Dragon. Well, anyways, that's beyond the point, even though their stories seem a little bit similar. I mean, the world was united, and then suddenly, without warning,
Fire Nation attacked.
These things attacked. And the only one that could stop them were the dragons. But all the dragons were almost lost. But then one used the dragon stone, and they all stopped. 500 years passed, and no one has ever seen a dragon, but all remember Sisu. Yeah. And as much as the dragons saved humanity from these things, the dragons can see how to save humanity. And humanity was at a rough patch. No one knew what to do. And our main lead, Raya, is the latest Disney princess who's, I'm going to admit, is kind of boss, has trained for her whole life to protect the Dragon Stone, or the Arkan Stone, or the Dragon Diamond thing. And she's always protected it. But her father wants to unite all nations, be the avatar of this world, you could say. But, like the dragons, he didn't see mankind's greed. And our story begins with a post-apocalyptic world with these things turning humans to stones, destroying everything, causing droughts. And our lead, Raya, is going throughout the nations trying to find Sisu, the Last Dragon. This is a pretty imaginative story. The world building is really fun. I really enjoyed it. But I've noticed a lot of movie reviewers like to bash Aquafina playing Sisu. Because after the movie, I was wondering, why is it that I liked Aquafina as Sisu? Why is it that as much as everyone hates it, I don't? Why? And the reason why I'm getting a little emotional is because of what I have. I'm born with SLI, specific language impairment, which just recently got a little facelift. It's now like called limited language disorder. That's what it's called in America, LLD, where in Britain, England, it's called HALH. The reason why this just spoke to me and connected me so well is I was able to find a tool to help people understand what I have. Because there's that scene where Aquafina playing Sisu wants to buy a gift for the certain character holding the stone, and she's like, well, I don't have any money. And the boy goes, there's something called credit. Credit? She didn't understand the absolute meaning of it. And she went out interacting with people with this. She was talking with this naivety. She didn't understand the true implications of credit, but yet she wasn't trying to be a jerk. She was just trying to be honest and true, but people were taking her in a harsh way. And she was just trying to defend herself, saying credit. And people were still going against her. And there was that moment of communication where there was this barrier. She was trying to convey what she was trying to mean, but yet people were trying to get what they needed. There was this language barrier. There was no... That is what I have. And other than trying to describe this and not get it through because it's so hard to describe, I can now just go, hey, pull up this clip and see this communication between Aquafina and the marketplace. I'm sorry. But by George, this is a tool that can help people understand what I have. Okay, if you're watching this, you probably never experienced this, but for the first time in my life, I actually met a character that I actually connected with at this intimate of a level. And it was because of Michael J. Sullivan. For the first time in my life, I'm like 34 right now. I've read books like no tomorrow. I watch movies a lot, I watch TV shows a lot. Never in my entire life I connected so well with a character like this before. And now, the next year, this comes out, and I see it's not that I'm connecting, but it's a tool that I can actually go, this is kind of what I live with. This is a tool that can help so many more people. Aquafina, you did perfect. You are absolutely perfect. You are flawless. You were me. For the second time. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry if I'm breaking down, but imagine that the second time, and yet you can actually use this as a tool to help describe a piece of you that no one can see. That is so hard to describe with words. I mean, we did here in the pond, we have a little playlist called Relating to Rome, where I take Michael J. Sullivan's character and kind of defend that she has what I have. I try to use pieces of my life to help reflect that moment. That character, why I feel like she has what I have. And now I can see it again. Sorry, let me take a drink. I know you never were expecting this in this kind of review. Never in your entire life you would ever experience someone breaking down over a Disney film like this. But this can help people. This can help be a description. And Aqua, you did it. I will always defend this role for you. And more than that, this is the perfect tool to help Aquafina. So thank you. Thank you for being able to pull that role off. Thank you for doing that so well. I know no one would ever expect this. And that clip may not be enough. Our playlist of Relating to Rome is not enough. But here in the pond, we are trying. If we find these moments, we will acknowledge them. And this is the first time in my life that I've been so vocal about it. Michael J. Sullivan gave me courage. And now Aquafina playing Sisu. I can go, here's tools that can give a better description of what's going on in here. Whew, I'm sorry. Get to a funny clip, please. All right.
Okay, don't panic. Remember what the instructor said.
If you ever get into trouble, all you need to do is...
Feels like I'm wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Stupid sexy Flanders! Ow, my leg! This is the worst pain ever! Go! Go! Ah! 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 Ah!
And everyone else, I'm gonna have a hard time remembering your names. I can recall your roles. I feel like this movie should have been longer. It shouldn't have been a movie. This movie is the perfect pitch meeting for a TV series. This shouldn't have been a movie, in my opinion. There are parts of this movie, I think the very, very beginning, where you see Raya riding Tuk Tuk. I remember the doll's name, the plush toy's name. That's what the creature is, a plush toy you want to buy. I remember Tuk Tuk and her riding on it the first time and then cutting to her as a little kid. I feel like you could get taken that scene of her and cut it and go to her as a kid and it would have been flawless. And you could use a little exposition, but do it a little bit more with the characters that stole the stone. Show off a little bit more of their culture, of who they are through them. It could have been better. Here in the pond, we're going to do after this video, we're going to do another one on what I think, how we can improve on it, on Raya and the Last Dragon.
My name is Raya.
And, well, here on the pond, we rate movies, books, and TV shows 1 out of 7. Why? Because it is an odd number. Because a 1 is the crappiest crap that has ever been crap. And what is more like a 1 is Bye Bye Birdie. I don't like that movie. I really don't like it. And once we reach 100 subscribers, I will watch it and give you the full opinions of what I think of it. I may be a little bit brutal, but you want to see me writhe and torture? This is for you if you don't like me. But if you love me, or like me in a like way, not like, there are, please, call me.
Hey.
But it's coming out so flawless. I'm not trying. But if you don't like me and just want to laugh with me, help us reach 100 subscribers. But that's a 1. And a 7 is Avatar Last Airbender. Perfect, amazing, good things that we just deep dive into. And the most magic number of anything in the realms of judging a movie from 1 out of 7 is a 4. A 4 is exactly in the middle. It is the halfway mark. And Raya and the Last Dragon, I give this a 5 out of 7. Last year, because of COVID, because of the virus, we didn't go to the theaters as much. And I like to, as much as we critics like to point and analyze the movie, I feel like we also have to acknowledge the audience. Because I want to give this movie a lower number, but at the same time, the movie got an applause. I saw some kids in the audience doing the sisu bit, and I couldn't help but go, it hit its point. It was still entertaining for a younger audience. It was still imaginative that I bet some kids were just like, oh my gosh, Raya, Tuk Tuk, the awesome guy that's from the spine. Someone connected to something. And for the first time in the pond, the newt was able to watch this with me. So we can let out your views. Tell everyone more about what you thought of this movie while I take a drink.
I'd say it was definitely right around there, the 5 out of 7 for me. Enjoyed the world building, the style. Some of the characters were pretty great. It was just a good, fun movie to watch.
I may have been a little bit more harsh on it when I was in the theater, but looking back at it now, but also adding on to the audience, what the audience thought of it, how people were enjoying it, I think it promotes this movie to be a 5 out of 7. And whew, until next time, it's the Bullfrog and the Newt signing out. Whew.
My name is Raya.